How's it going there, guys? My Mountain Warehouse Traverse Waist Pack, as you'll have noticed, I was just reading that off the tag. My waist bag has arrived from Mountain Warehouse. This is my £10 waist bag, so I want to give you guys a quick look. So let's just jump straight into the video. Just to let you know before we jump into the video about the waist pack there, I just wanted to let you know that I've started another mountain bike channel called Mountain Bike Tech and Tips. All of my reviews, equipment, you know, this kind of video that's on here this time actually, tips and stuff like that will all be happening over on Mountain Bike Tech and Tips. It's just something I wanted to do in the new year, a bit of a new challenge, something a bit cool and creative to get started with this year. So just hit the link in the description below. I'll stick it in the description to this video. Head over for a look, and if you like what you see, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot. Let's jump into the video about the hip pack. So guys, here is the waist bag. Now obviously this might seem a little bit overkill. I'll probably wear them. I'm going for a ride tomorrow where I'm going to use this, so I'll probably use some of the footage from that to just finish this video off, if not maybe another video. And it may seem a bit overkill for like a £10 waist bag, but the whole point in this is that I want to find and review some good, cheap equipment, because mountain biking is just getting far too expensive, and I really want to treat, you know, like cheap accessories with the same importance as like big mountain bike reviews. Obviously you need good reviews and good first looks at mountain bikes because that's a major investment, but if you're trying to save up for your new mountain bike and stuff like that, not wasting 10 quid here and there is also important. So yeah, this is important too, I reckon. So the first thing that I've noticed was that with the waist bag, and if I get something for scale, so obviously that's my hand on the waist bag, this is a mobile phone. It's not massive if you kind of look at the back, which gives you like a better idea of the size of it. It's not actually that big. I expected it to be bigger than this, which is a little bit disappointing, but I don't know, maybe it's the way that I've looked at the waist bags. Maybe Evox waist bag is also like this. On the bench over here, if we go through to that camera and have a little look at things with the bag. So basically, let's just go through the basic features of the bag. So on the outside, you have these two strings on either side, here and here, with the pockets just below. So the pockets are like real stretchy, elasticated pockets with like this strap underneath it to hold your water bottle in. What I'll do is I'll pack the bag in a minute, but then so obviously you put your water bottle down in there, and then you know this string then pulls tight around it. If you're not going to use water bottles, what I really like is that you can take these strings off without having to cut them off. You get these kind of stretchy tightening up things. So you kind of push the string up through, you pull this off. Pull this little clamp thing off the actual cord itself, pull that all the way off, and then you know the whole that comes off and gets rid of that kind of flappy tag if you don't want it. I'll probably take both of these off. So the same with this one here. Let you just pull the drawstring out the way, just kind of pushes this wedge thing out of the top, and again just take it off. And then all the bits are still there if I want to put it back together again, but you don't have to have them on and you don't have to cut them off, which makes it nice. So that's that off. Then obviously you get this drawstring on the front, which also kind of pairs up as like compression for the bag. Like I said before, I'm probably going to try and come up with the way of like having my waterproof in there. And then on the outside you've got this first kind of zip pocket. It's actually got like a fleecy lining in there. And plenty of room for like your wallet, keys, or whatever in that small front compartment. Then you've got the main compartment with two zips. This has got the two zips on it, 1 and 2. So you kind of open that up, you know, opens up to the main compartment. And if I can get a decent shot of that, you can see that the actual depth of it is actually not too bad. I'm trying to think of what I can stuff in there that will give you like a good idea of what size it is. The best thing for me to do is just pack it in a minute, but it's nice and kind of deep really. It's just not quite as wide as I would have liked it to have been, but that's kind of fine really. You probably can fit quite a lot of stuff in there, and if you make it too big, it kind of makes it a bit pointless really. You just as well carry a rucksack if you're gonna pack loads of stuff anyway. It kind of makes you go for the lightweight, you know, option really. And then what's great about this that I really like is that you've got these two pockets on the waist strap, and they're a really good size. So again, if I use my old iPhone 6 as like an example and put it in that way, you can get an iPhone 6 in there. It wouldn't do plus, looking at that, it wouldn't do a plus size smartphone. I'm actually recording on my Samsung S8, which would fit if I just hold this up to my phone just to double check. Yeah, my Samsung S8 would just fit in there. So the S8 Plus is a no-go, and the iPhone, the plus size iPhones are a no-go as well. But that's a really, really useful pocket, that. And then the same on the other side, same size pocket again in there. It's like mesh in there. And then kind of like this ripstop stuff on top, I guess, to help try and keep it dry if it did start to drizzle. It feels really quite well made. Like the main zip for the main compartment is like, it looks like a relatively waterproof zip. None of the zip is exposed. It's housed in like this, kind of housed in this outside bit, like on a wetsuit. It's nothing like waterproof, I wouldn't say, but it perhaps is okay in drizzle and stuff like that. The main kind of ripstop material, it's actually quite thick. There's no weight to the bag, which is what you'd want, but everything kind of feels really well made. Again, that front zipper there is like got a bit of a waterproof look to it. Yeah, it all looks really good. The quality of it, you've got this little handle here, which doesn't, I can't see any issues with it. It perhaps shouldn't be stitched into the ripstop material quite so much. I would have just stitched it onto this part here. But again, you're never going to be able to get enough weight in it to rip that off. And then the kind of bottom material here is more of like a, like a textile, I don't know, different to the ripstop stuff, like a thicker textile stuff on the bottom there. And then this all looks quite breathable, and it doesn't really cover enough to worry about sweating and stuff like that. It's not got like vents or anything like that. It's just kind of like a mesh material again on the back there. So yeah, I really, really like the bag for 10 quid. Jesus, it's a really good deal. If I go back up to this camera again, you'll see standard price for it is like 20 quid, 25 euros, I think that is, 26 euros, $30, but I got it it's been available for like 10 quid for ages. So yeah, water bottle, drink, internal key clip, where's that to? Oh yeah, quite right, there's like a little internal clip in there for your keys. That's just on the sort of top left hand side of the main compartment. Breathable mesh zipped pocket. Yeah, no, it's really good quality little bag. This looks like it's going to be something that I can really use. So what we'll do next is I'll move over to the bed and I'll pack this with kind of like an everyday, just basic ride, pack. And then what I'll also do is I'll stick one of these drawstrings back on and show you how it looks with a water bottle in there as well. So yeah, let's do that now. Right guys, so this looks kind of ridiculous, and it sort of is, but that there is a waterproof, and not a particularly small packing waterproof, and that there is a thermal that I'm going to try and get in there one way or another. Not in the same pack, I don't think. So let's have a look. The water bottle goes on the outside. So this is kind of like a standard lightweight ride kit for me. I've got my pump there, my little track pump there. I've got a spare inner tube there. I've got some sun cream there, which I don't really need to be carrying this time of the year, but we'll account for that as well. I've got all my tools in there. This is out of my Raptor bag, so that there's got all my multi-tool and punch repair kit in there. And then I've got my Garmin GPS, which doesn't need to go in here when when I'm doing lightweight riding. I can mount that on my handlebar. A couple of energy bars, and then in here goes all of my spare kind of mountain biking stuff. So, and then my phone. Normal go in this, what I'm recording on now, my Zoom H1 will be in there, but we'll account for that going in one of the pockets as well. This, like I say, this Garmin will probably end up going somewhere else. So let's just do a rough pack here now. So the pump will fit inside the bag, but now that I think about this, if I'm mounting my bottle cage for this type of riding, my pump is going to ride with my bottle, because I've got like a little thing that came with this pump for strapping it to the side of the down tube. So that's what we're going to do with that. Again, if I really wanted to get savvy with it, I could cable tie that to the frame instead, but we won't. We'll pack some of this in and see how it goes. So that's my tools, my inner tube, my recording thing. See, think what I need to do, because this doesn't really have a lot of stuff in it anymore, is I can get a little bit clever with all of this and just pack everything a little bit better. So if I do like that, and then I'll chuck that in, a couple of energy bars, which actually will stick in there for kind of quicker access. And then we'll try and get, in fact no, again, you need to be a bit cleverer I think with this. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so you can't pull these very hard, I've just noticed straight away. That's me trying to stuff too much in this. But that's worth noting that these, it's not broken, it's just that that's too much for this kind of wedge design of these pull straps to take. You could knot it and pull it far harder than that, but then you run the risk of pulling these tabs off, so that's probably a good gauge to not pull too hard on these compression straps. So we're not going to put so much pressure on that. So that there is my phone, my GPS, my tools, my inner tubes, my little extra thing of camera goodies that I carry. Okay, so maybe we'll go without that. And then do some stuffing and making it a bit more efficient. So instead of taking that whole big case that just fit nice in my Raptor pocket, I'm going to pack all these little extra bits and pieces that I take on a ride. Just stuff them in there somewhere, and then I think by doing that I should have room for an extra layer for warmth. Yep. Or you could definitely fit like a little lightweight waterproof in there, I would say. Let's zip that up. And that makes it quite nice and full then, so that leaves waterproof out of the way. Because my waterproof isn't very lightweight, that's not a problem for me here because it just never rains, and when it does I don't ride because I get enough days without rain to bother doing that. What I'll do also is just show the bottle holder. Again, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to pack my bike up so I don't have to carry so much in here, but yeah, bottle holder is fine. That goes in nice and deep actually, and then you can pull it up around again if you want, and then pull that little tag in tight on it. That's really good, that's really solid there. I don't think there's a way of me utilising the other side for the pump really. You probably could fashion something to get your pump in there, but I don't think I'll do that. Or you could probably just shove your pump in there. Yeah, that would actually probably be fine like that, but again, I don't really need to do that because I'm going to pack that on the bike along with the bottle. But what I'll do now is I'll just show you how it looks with it on just quickly. Okay guys, so basically I've had to take my phone and GPS out of the sides here because it made the strap sort of straight and made me lose a load of ground. Now I've got I'm obviously like a 38-inch waist, pretty big, and I've got probably 3 inches of strap spare there. So it's pretty clip really, and that's quite a well packed bag. I've also taken the bottle off. I mean, what I'm having trouble with is if you look there, there's like a big gap like in there. The bag is like slumped quite far down on me, so it's just, yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to feel on the bike. There's hardly any weight in it, so it's not too bad, and I've got my tools and everything in there, so it's kind of all right. Maybe you could wear it, I mean, on the front it's much more comfy on the front. I tried that just now, but not, perhaps maybe that's actually okay for riding, but it'd be nice to have it on the back and out the way. But it's, yeah, it's just not, it feels like it's not wide enough. It feels like it could do with being sort of that wide, which would make it sit on the back a lot better. And perhaps, yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is with the fact that it's sat off my back like that. I mean, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to ride with it. The phone, I normally ride with my phone in my pocket anyway, so that's the way that's going to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my energy bars in these pockets, because obviously they're smaller and can bend. And then in this back pocket here where I've got my energy bars, I've got room for my phone there if I want, all my GPS if I don't put it on my handlebars. So I can definitely pack out ready for a light ride like this, and sort my bike out, you know, between my bike and the pack, I can sort it out. I'm just not 100% sure how kind of comfortable this is going to be yet. So yeah, not really too sure on this bag yet. It's, now that it's packed, I mean, there's not a lot of weight in it. It packs quite nice. Everything still feels nice quality-wise. But the thing that I've noticed straight away is that I thought that these, obviously I'm like a 38-inch waist, so I'm a lot bigger than most of you probably. But this here is too small for me. This could do with being sort of that long, so as it wraps around my waist more, and so as I haven't got all of that thin strap then around my waist. Now, you might find that you don't have the same problem with that. What I also could do is pack the bag less. So is what happens is you don't get that kind of bulge in the back. That might be why it's not sat on me very well. So I will try a few different ways of packing this. But first impressions of the quality are that it's really, really good, really good. But the jury's out a little bit until I go for a ride with it as to how comfortable it's going to be for the ride itself. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, and then I'll either get it in this video or the next one, how it actually feels on the trail. That's it, guys. I hope that was nice and interesting for you. I won't recommend this bag yet until I've ridden with it. If I do like the bag, then I'll put some affiliate links below in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. On your bikes.